Okay, today we're going to do Unit K, working with charts. First thing I want you to do is go to your assignment in Classroom and open up the K1 Excel file. You want to download it, so you're going to open in a new window. Then you're going to click Download. Double click on the document. Alright, and once it opens, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go File, Save As, and we are going to save it as K Canoe Kit Sales by Region. So leave the K in the dash and then add Canoe Kit Sales by Region. Okay, save it to your ICT folder, or if you do not have your folder, save it to your desktop. All right. First thing you want to do is go ahead and make sure your Excel file is full screen. Go ahead and zoom it in so that you can see what you're doing. The first thing we're going to do is select cells A4 through A8. This includes your 4 regions and your 3 months. You want to make sure you don't get any of the totals information in there. All right. And then we're going to go to the Insert tab. And the first thing we're going to do is go to the line charts, and we'll select the first one. Okay. And this gives us a line chart displaying our data. All right. Now, considering what we're looking at, comparing sales, this may not be the best chart type. So what we want to do is go up here and change our chart type. And we're going to change it to a column chart, and we're going to go with the first one. Okay. This gives us a better picture of what the sales were like in each region. As you can see, we have our sales across the bottom. We have the amount on our vertical axis, and then we have the months in our legend. All right. The next thing we're going to do is move our chart so that it will not be overlapping our data. So I'm going to zoom out. You're going to make sure your chart is active, so click on it. And then you're going to get the 4-sided arrow. And then you're going to drag your chart down to where it covers cell A11 in the top left-hand corner. You'll cover cell A11. Basically, you're going to have a blank row between your data and your chart. All right, make sure you're zoomed out to where you can see column H and row 29. And then you're going to put your cursor on the bottom right-hand corner, and you're going to drag that out to cell H29. That's where the bottom corner should be, on H29. All right, save your changes. All right, now we're going to apply some chart layouts and styles. All right, now let's go ahead and zoom back in so you can see the chart a little better. All right, oops. Okay, there we go. All right, now say this is not the way you want your information displayed. Maybe instead of comparing the sales each month by regions, you would rather compare the regions by month. In this case, what we do is go to the switch row column, And then we show sales for January, and then each color represents the sales in a region. All right. Next thing we're going to do is go up here to the chart styles, and we're going to go to style number 8. Okay. And then we're going to click on our chart title. Then we will triple click it to highlight it, hit delete, and then type in Q1 Canoe Kit sales by region. Oops. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to add a label to our axes. To do that, we'll go up here to Add Chart Element and go to Axis Titles. Let's add the vertical first. We'll triple click that, hit delete, and type in the word sales. Then we'll go back to Add Chart Element, Axis Titles, Horizontal. We will go down and triple click that. Oops. Delete and type in month. All right. And that gives us a title on our chart and a label on both axes. All right, the next thing we're going to do is go to our Format tab. Now, as you can see, the sales in the month kind of blend in a little bit. And then we've got our legend down here. All right, so let's actually, before we do that, let's go back to the Chart Design tab and go down to Legend. And let's put our legend over on the right side. Okay, and that will make that a little bit easier to read. Then we'll go back to Format, and let's go ahead and format our titles so that they stand out a little bit better. All right, let's click on the Styles Gallery, and let's go with the first one in the 4th row. Now, once we've done that, notice that style is up here. All right, so let's click Sales and do the same thing. I'll do month. And you could also do your legend to help it stand out. All right, now there are also some effects that you can put on your charts. For example, let me click on just the chart area. We can go down here to Effects, and you can do shadows, glows, soft edges, you can bevel, you can do 3D rotation. All right, let's go back up to glow. And let's do just this large light green glow. And you'll notice that we get a glow around the perimeter. Well, you can also select on chart items like your title and put a glow around that. So let's go to the smaller one, the same color. We'll do the same thing to the legend and our axis titles to help them stand out. Oops. All right, and as you can see, with these adjustments, your titles and your legends stand out and are easier to tell from your basic chart information, which makes it easier to read. Click back on your chart. Let's go back to our chart design. Other things that you can do, you can also go in and add grid lines. Notice right now we have our primary, major, horizontal. You can see those light lines right there. We can go in and add primary, minor, which is going to further define that, as you can see, into smaller increments. It divides each one of these into sections, which makes it easier for you to see where these bars actually hit. Another way to make the information more clear would be to go and add a data table. Let's click on table and do the no legend keys. And then what you see here is you actually get the actual number listed below it in a table. All right, which can make it more clear for the reader. All right, save your changes. All right, the next thing we're going to do is create a pie chart. So we're going to click off that. We're going to scroll back up to the top. Go ahead and make sure you click off to the side so that nothing in here is highlighted. All right. Now for a pie chart, you cannot use the same information. Pie charts are about percentages, so we have to select information that will be able to show as a percentage. So what we're going to do is we're going to select A5 through A8, the 4 regions. We're going to hold down our command key, and then we're going to select their totals, which is E5 to E8. Make sure you don't get anything from the total line and nothing from the months. All you want is A5 through A8. Hold your command key down and highlight E5 through E8. All right, then we're going to go to the Insert tab, go to your pie chart, and we're going to select the 3D pie. Okay, notice this puts your chart right over what we've been working on. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the chart to a new page. So click Move Chart up in the top right-hand corner. Click on New Sheet. And then we're going to change that title to Q1 Canoe Kit Sales Percent. And just do the percent sign. Click OK. What you're going to notice is we have a new sheet. Notice the sheet is titled what we just typed in, and then when you click back on sheet 1, you have the information we've been working with. So let's go back to the Canoe Kit Sales Percent. All right, now we're going to go up here to our design, and we're going to select the black to go with the column chart we've already created. As you can see, we've got a legend down here that shows the colors. We're going to go up here to the quick layout, and we're going to pick a layout that shows the percentage on the pie chart. Makes it a little easier to see. Okay, and notice the legend disappeared and it put everything up here on the chart. All right, the next thing we want to do is click Chart Title. Triple click that. Whoops. There we go. Hit delete, and you're going to title this Q1 Canoe Kit Sales by Region. All right. Now, as you can see, this information is not exactly easy to read, so we're going to go in and we're going to make some changes. Let's first go to our Format tab and go to our Styles Gallery and change our title and our labels to look like the labels that we did on our previous chart. All right, and then we're going to go back to our Home tab, and we're going to increase the size. This one I believe we're going to have to highlight, and we'll go and we'll double that size. We'll make it a 32. And then you can also put your cursor on here. Oops. Oops. There we go. There we go. And scoot that down. And then we're going to click on the percentages. And notice when I click on one, it selects all of them. We're going to go in and we're going to bump that up to 20, so it's a little easier to read. You can also go in and move these to where they're more centered, or however you like. All right. Once you're happy with their position and their size, all right, you're going to save your changes again. All right, now the last thing we're going to do is create sparklines. So we're going to go back to sheet 1, click off the chart to deselect everything, and then you're going to click in cell F5. You're going to go back to the Insert tab. We're going to go over here where it says Sparklines at the top. You're going to click the down arrow, and we're going to select a line. All right, you'll get a pop-up box that says Select a data range for the sparklines. We want to select B5 through D5 so that we get January, February, and March sales for the West. All right, then we're going to click OK. Make sure it says B5:D5. Don't do anything in this section. Click OK. And then what you're going to see is it gives you a trend line. It shows increasing sales. All right, and then what you can do is put your cursor on the fill line, drag that all the way down, and you will get trends for each region as well as an overall trend in sales for all 4 regions. All right, and then you need to save your changes and turn it in on Classroom.